December 14th, 2023, the Indigo Disk DLC released for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, but unfortunately that was the same week I had my college finals, which meant I had to study all day instead of play Pokemon. Then, once winter break started, I got busy playing Fortnite with my friends and still never really got around to the DLC. And here we are, 6 months later, in June of 2024, where finally I'm gonna check out the Indigo Disk DLC. Alright, so I guess I started like the first 5 minutes of the DLC because day 1 already starts off in the Blueberry Academy where I had no idea what to do or where to go.
How do you know what you need to do? Because I am lost right now.
It turns out that all I had done was literally just enter the Blueberry Academy and hadn't even finished the first quest. Apparently we had to catch an Alolan form Pokemon, which I somehow already had, so mission 1 done, I guess? Speaking of missions, I had 4 for this playthrough. Beat the story, finish the Indigo Disk Pokédex, catch one of every new Pokemon from my living dex, and catch one of every returning, on the Nintendo Switch for the first time, Pokemon from my living dex. Rolls right off the tongue. On top of that, I'm only giving myself 24 hours to finish all of these challenges, or else I need to delete my Pokemon Violet save data and start over from scratch. Anyways, getting back to the game here, we're stuck reading a bunch of early game tutorial stuff, which honestly I was not paying attention to at all.
I'm not gonna read or remember any of this, so it's calm.
Yeah, spoiler alert, things were not calm. But anyways, we get a call from Carmine who wants to meet up with us, and again, I wasn't paying attention at all, so I had no clue where to go.
Blitzel, do I need that? Alright, you know what I really need to do? I just need to pull out the good old sheets.google.com. Alright, let me check, do I have a Blitzel? Oh, I don't. I don't think. Alright, I need to catch this guy then. Do I seriously not have a Blitzel? I feel like I would have caught in one by now. I guess not. Wait, isn't there a way you could tell? Oh, it's not even mine. It's not even mine.
After some technical difficulties, I eventually found Carmine, who wanted to battle. No problem for me though, because my very weird team of Pokemon quickly beat her. From there we met Drayden, who introduces himself as the second strongest trainer in the Blueberry Academy, and says he's a part of the Academy's Elite Four. Drayden then drags us to a club room and says something about a guy named Mitch and a computer. Obviously, I wasn't paying attention, which led to the next 5 minutes looking like this.
Where's the computer? Missing.
After some boring cutscenes, Drayden makes us sign up for the Blueberry League, and off we go to our first challenge, me not paying attention again. Yeah, just keep in mind my lack of awareness for later. Anyway, I pay up with the BP I got from some boring cutscene I wasn't watching, and out comes this guy Crispin. From there, Redhead starts yapping about the rules of his trial, but honestly, I was just spamming A and watching Netflix on my side monitor. But I quickly figured out that all we had to do was get ingredients from the trainers nearby to cook a spicy sandwich for him. So after jamming out to some good old Gen 5 music,
oh, this brings me back to the good old days.
I beat up this girl and the rest of the people nearby, leaving me with a bunch of peppers and chili sauce needed for a spicy sandwich. I guess Crispin liked the sandwich because he finally let me battle him, and I'm not gonna lie, things got pretty rough. You see, I realized that this DLC may not be as easy as the base game, and the Teal Mask DLC were. All the Pokemon here were really high level, and this guy Crispin literally set up a sunny day so that he could switch into Executor and use Solar Beam without charging up. I did eventually beat Crispin, but the idea that the battles would only get harder from here kinda loomed over my head. Anywho, remember how I said, yeah, just keep in mind my lack of awareness for later. Well, when I got to the second trial area and tried to start the challenge, I couldn't because I didn't have enough BP. So after searching it up real quick, I learned I could click the right button to see quests that I could do for BP. What I didn't realize though is that all I had to do was just go back to the game and complete those tasks for them to count. Instead, what I did was select the challenges I thought were easy to do, and I reset them for 10 BP each, which left me at 0. I swear to God, I'm making this harder than it needs to be. Anyways, the next 30 minutes went to me catching Pokemon, auto battling, and picking up items on the floor until finally I was left with 190 BP. At this time it was getting pretty late, so I saved the game and headed to bed. Alright, so starting off day 2, we pay up 50 BP to take the second trial with Amaris. Her trial actually sounded mad easy because all we had to do was fly through some rings and make it to the end, and it was exactly as it sounded, mad easy. Anyways, after finishing her trial, she challenged us to a battle. Now remember before how I was starting to get the feeling that these battles weren't really going to be a cakewalk? Well, yeah, so it turns out I really wasn't stressing over anything, and I quickly wrapped up that fight with her and moved on to the third trial with Lacey. Her trial ended up being some simple Pokemon trivia, or so I thought.
Nah, watch this, bro. Wait, I'm streaming on Twitch, so let me like just clip that shit. I clipped it on Twitch so I could figure it out. Wait, this is actually cheats, bro. Alright. Alright, chat, bro. I clipped it on Twitch because I'm streaming. So look, I could just watch it here. Bro, I was not paying attention at all, bro. Alright, this is easy. This one up here, right? Okay, this one up here. It's this one. On God, it's this one. Well, on God, it's that one. Chat, bro. Yo, am I right? Yo, I just cheated so easily, bro. Hey, make sure to follow me on Twitch for free, bro. ShurikenPlays _.
So after that happy accident, we finished up the trivia and Lacey challenged us to a battle, which of course I wasn't paying attention to and didn't save for.
Oh, I should have saved, bro.
So if we happen to lose this battle, we would have to start this trial all over from scratch and waste crucial time, because remember, I only have 24 hours to finish the Indigo Disk. Yeah, it turns out this one was pretty easy too. At this point, I honestly lost all concerns for the final Elite Four members and the champion, because I was just rolling through these battles. So I darted to the fourth trial, where things took a hard turn for the worse. You see, the challenge for the fourth trial was to defeat 3 trainers. The only catch is that you could only use Pokemon you caught from the Indigo Disk. Now this would have been a huge problem for me normally, as I couldn't use my max level and max IV Pokemon I've been using this far. However, remember how one of my goals of this playthrough is to finish the Indigo Disk Pokédex? Well, every time I was traveling to a trial, I was catching as many Pokemon as I could on the way, and luckily, the Indigo Disk seems to only have high level Pokemon. So I quickly scoured through my PC boxes and grabbed whatever looked strong and slapped it together to form the temporary team. And oh boy, did these guys save the run, because I ran through those 3 trainers with ease and made my way onto Drayden. As I was putting back my normal team to the current party, I started to realize that all of them, except for Greninja with Ice Beam, had a move that was super effective against Dragon-type Pokemon, which has been the only strategy I was using for all the other previous Elite Four members. I knew Greninja couldn't solo carry Drayden though, because it was a double battle format, and Dragon-type Pokemon are really tanky. So I took some inspiration from my trial team and scoured my boxes for Dragon and Ice-type Pokemon, which led me to Temporary Team 2. And boy did they do some work, because I was able to defeat Drayden on my first try. Now, there was only one last person standing in our way to finish the Indigo Disk, and that was the Blueberry Academy champion, Kieran. And oh boy, did Kieran put up a fight.
Please, Oko. No, you have a Focus Sash. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Of course I get Oko'd, but you don't. Bro, I just got Oko'd. How are you not dead, bruh? Please don't be water. God, no! I'm so unlucky! Please, Gallade. Please, hypnosis him. Please, please. Not Greninja, no! My precious Greninja! No! No, Greninja! Why do you always need to die? I love you, Greninja. Okay, Quackable, get revenge for me. You big zesty dog, get revenge for me, bro. Yes! Stupid Giga Impact. The only one who can do something about that. That's it! All the damage I did? Oh, boy. Air Slash. Oh my god, that did jack.
But ultimately, you know, we had to bring home another dub.
Yes! Greninja! I love you!
Which also concludes day 2. So far we've only played for 4 hours total, and we're almost done with the story, so hopefully day 3 we can finish the first goal of the challenge. So we start the day by heading to Classroom 1-4 to talk to Briar. She basically wanted us to go back to Area 0 in Paldea and explore deeper to find the legendary Pokemon Terapagos. So after finding this elevator in the old lab, we go down and basically there are these giant crystals stopping us from going further, but with the power of science, if you defeat a nearby Tera Pokemon, the crystal just disappears. After like 5 more Tera Pokemon and crystals, we eventually make it to the final room where we awaken Terapagos. And just when I'm about to catch this thing, Kieran decides to steal it.
No. You're mine! Oh! Yo, he just threw a master ball at him.
Kieran then wants to battle us with Terapagos and accidentally puts it in God mode. As per usual, I gotta be the one to take him down and finally catch him. Just like that, we beat the DLC and finish up Challenge 1. From there, I immediately started getting to work on finishing Challenge 2, completing the Pokédex. I first caught a Joltik, which I evolved into Galvantula. Then I caught a Plusle and a new form of Minior.
Yellow! Oh my god, I think I need that.
This also happened.
Games for the first time? Oh my god! Oh my god! Shiny! 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 These guys in Pokemon Go. Let's go! Shiny's mining. Did my game just crash? What the? Yo! I swear my game was about to bug. Did you see that?
After 5 more hours of playing, I was feeling tired, so I ended the day with 90% of the Pokédex being done.
I'm so
All I
done.
needed were the starters, legendaries, and trade evolutions. So we start day 4 off with going for the mythical Pokemon Pecharunt. Basically, we go back to Paldea to get our old friends Penny, Nimona, and Arvin, and bring them over to Kitakami, where they meet Kieran and Carmine. When we get to Kitakami though, everyone is acting weird and talking about Mochi. After some running around, we figure out this purple Pokemon is causing all the problem, and after a quick battle, we catch Pokemon 125 Pecharunt. After that, we head back to the Blueberry Academy, where I upgrade the Savannah and Canyon biome with the BP that I've slowly been accumulating while catching all the other Pokemon the day before. Usually, you would need to upgrade all 4 biomes, but using Pokemon Home, I was able to transfer every starter that has previously appeared on the Nintendo Switch, leaving only Snivy, Tepig, Chespin, and Fennekin. So, after 10 minutes of looking around, I found my first Snivy. A little bit later, I found my second one, which I evolved into Servine. And after another 10 minutes, I found a third Snivy, which I evolved into Superior. I then went to the Canyon biome, where I instantly found my first Tepig, and a few minutes later I found 2 more, which I evolved into Pignite and Emboar respectively. After that, I headed to the Chargestone Cave to look for Chespin. But I guess Chespin were looking for me, because the second I loaded in there was a horde of Chespin running to me.
Oh my god, there's just like fucking a million Chespins. Oh, great. I need all of these.
Needless to say, I finished up that evolution line pretty quickly. The last starter I needed to catch was the Fennekin line, which was in the Savannah biome. I think I spent about 40 minutes wandering around looking for a Fennekin and found absolutely nothing. With the time running, I decided to just make a fire encounter sandwich and explore around more. That didn't really do anything though, because I still didn't see a single Fennekin. I eventually realized I was in the wrong part of the biome, and just a few seconds later, I found all the Fennekin I needed. From there, we headed to the coastal biome, where I meticulously searched for some swirling wind, where we spun around, pulled out the camera, and poof, Meloetta just appeared.
The bush covered it.
From there, I literally just jumped to the nearby cliff and made this monster of a sandwich that gave us Encounter Power Rock, boosting the chances of finding a Minior. For the last 3 days, I have been catching every Minior I saw, hoping it was a color I didn't have. But today, I found out that the color of the Minior is actually determined by which zone you were in, and the green ones are only in the coastal biome. Once you know it, just a few seconds later, I found a Minior and...
That's so depressing.
It's calm though, because just a few minutes later I found another Minior and...
Yes! Green core. I got it.
For the last Minior color, I headed to this random cave in the polar biome, and on my first try we got it.
Violet core! Oh my god, we got it! Oh my god, we got it.
After that, I made an egg power sandwich and hatched 3 Oshawott to get the entire line done. I then ended the day going for the 2 new legendary Paradox Pokemon, and after catching them, we have officially completed the 3rd and 4th challenge to catch every new and returning Pokemon. Well, it's day 5 and we're currently at 14 hours and 45 minutes of playtime, so still well on pace to finish the Indigo Disk within the 24 hours. All that was left to do was finish up the Blueberry Academy Pokédex, and because most of it was already completed from Paldea, Kitakami, and me catching all the new and returning Pokemon, all that was left was 4 trade evolutions: Rhyperior, Electivire, Magmortar, and Dusknoir. And 3 version exclusives: Alolan Vulpix and Ninetales, Gouging Fire, and Raging Bolt.
Alright, let's take a look at the Pokédex. Boom. Look at the Blueberry Pokédex. That means you're encountered every single Pokemon there is to find at the Blueberry Academy. Exploring new places on your own sushi is a real treasure of experience, isn't it? I think you deserve a special diploma in recognition of this magnificent achievement. Go see Director Cyrano over at Blueberry Academy's entrance when you have some time. Bets. The Mark Charm. Ooh, that's cool. Ooh, diploma.
And with that, we have 100% completed the Indigo Disk DLC in 24 hours. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe so you can watch the rest of my journey of catching every single Pokemon.